not steal. Not only that, Jesus talked about your hands. He said, if your hand offend you, cut it off. That's really giving us that our hands, what's in your hands? And how do you use your hands? We know that when Moses was at the Red Sea, God told him, say, what's in your hand? Psalms 24:4 says, he that has clean hands, now watch what it say, and a pure heart. Why is your hands tied to your heart? He that has clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul to vanity and swore deceitfully, he shall receive the what? The blessings of the Lord. The righteousness of God is his salvation. Look at somebody next to you and say, keep your hands clean. I'm almost there. It was so important about hands that it became a tradition in the Jewish custom. We see that Matthew 15:2, the people began to murmur and complain to Jesus, say, why do your disciples transgress our tradition of the elders? For they do not wash their hands when they eat bread. Now listen, did y'all just catch that? They made a law out of your hands. Whew, I felt that. Could you imagine somebody telling you sin if you didn't wash your hands? There'd be a lot of sinners at Longhorn, I can tell you that right now. Because everybody that sit down don't go. Now they got the, okay, I don't know if that included. But your hands are important to you. Not only your hands, but your hands are just important as your head. Mark 16:17-18 says, these signs shall follow those that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils, and they shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpent and drink, and if they drink anything deadly, it shall not harm them. They shall lay what? Hands on the what? Your hands is a tool. Your hands are a tool. That's why your hands have a connection to your spirit. Do you not know they did a survey that kids that was in different places where they're being neglected, maybe in different areas in Africa, and the child that never had a touch, they die quicker than a child that had touch. Why do you think a woman, when she marries a man, is not about intimacy, it's about a touch? She call it, what you call it, cuddling. You don't know nothing about that. Yeah, because see, she want to cuddle. She want to just touch me. Don't do nothing now. That's for the other people. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to cuddle. I just want your hands to just touch me. And then in your hands, and not only your hands, sometimes she'll say, could you rub my feet? Oh, I wish I had a little help in here. Tell if you don't know what I'm saying. I need my hands to rub. And I'm hoping Look at your neighbor and say, your hands are powerful. Because if I rub her the right way, I may get a blessing. Elder, you got the Lord. Somebody say, use your hands. Yeah, people, they're having babies in this church. Okay, let me get away from it. Your hands are one of the most powerful tools you have on your body. He said your hands, you shall lay hands on the sick. Why you just can't speak to them, attorney? Why can't you just, no, your hands have transfer of spirit. That's why you should let everybody lay hands on you. The Bible says lay hands suddenly on no man. That means you don't let everybody lay hands, because when you let everybody lay hands on you, what's in them can be in you. That's why you don't have to, can I help somebody? That's why it's be careful, young ladies, who you let put their hands on you. And you trying to figure out why you can't get away from that man because he don't put his, girl, I'm struggling. The reason you're struggling is because he don't put a soul tie on you, because anytime a preacher pray for somebody, it's a transfer of spirit. See, you thought transfer of spirit was only for church. Oh no, it's a transfer of spirit in the natural too. That's why you don't let everybody lay hands on you. Well, we ain't married. Well, don't touch me yet. Hold up now. Hold up. I just want to know, do you not know you can get pregnant by hugging? Because what happened when that man put his hand, come here, girl, come here. I can use you. I was about to use somebody in the order, but y'all may get out the spirit. Look at your neighbor and say, your hands are powerful. So if you date, can I just help somebody? Y'all teenagers, watch me now. Anytime a man put his hands on you, that do something to you. Did it do something to you just then? Say, just play it off. Yeah. See, and when a man, you're not married, but when a man holds your hands, his spirit connects to your spirit. You didn't know that. Some of y'all didn't know that. And so now, when you leave, you go home, you stay right there. When you leave, stay right there. When you leave and you go home and I call you, I'm in your spirit. Yeah, I was just thinking about you too. I had you on my mind. You know, that's the strangest thing. Yeah, I was just thinking about you. And I don't know how. But the reason why you connected to him, he don't put his hands on you. And now he put his hands on you. Now he's hugging you. Then he keep on hugging you. You hug me back. Now watch this now. Watch this. You hug me, I hug you. We become one. The more we hug, the more, now watch this, God may not even be in it. But by the time you get to the preacher, the Lord is showing me this my husband. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. This ain't for these people. This is for somebody in Africa. The Lord is showing me this is my husband. No, somebody say it was the hands. When you let somebody lay hands on you, it gets in your spirit. And what God is showing, and he showed me that some of us don't realize how powerful our hands are. Do you not know this? Y'all might not know this. The first thing a police say to you, show me your what? Why didn't he say show you your feet? And if he really want to make it personal, he'll say hold your. Because when you hold your hands up, it's a sign of what? Surrender. So when people, if you don't understand, God, when you walk around in your house, you know what you should do, mother? You say, Lord, even though I'm going through struggles, even though I got problems in my life, my husband acting ugly, tell your neighbor, hold your hands up. You got to learn to use your hands. As a matter of fact, you got to start just speaking stuff all in the atmosphere. I don't know who I'm preaching to. I'm not talking about getting some Lysol. I'm talking about getting the Holy Ghost up in here. You right here spraying Lysol and the devil's still there. But somebody needs to just use your hand and be telling the devil got to get out of this house. If you got power to lay hands on the sick, you got power to cast out demons in your house. Somebody says it's in your hands. We see that Jesus demonstrates to us he had been ministering for a long time. He goes out into a desert place, and the people followed him. The people followed him. I appreciate Deke I appreciate him. I appreciate those that have joined and partnered with this ministry. I think about those been with me 20-some years. Some people in this room been with me for 20-some years. Some of you been in here 5, 3, 2, 1. It don't matter. What happens is that the people followed Jesus, watch this, to a desert place. And that is powerful, man of God. I'm going to tell you why. Because anytime God want to challenge you, he would never take you to a place where water is. God would never challenge you in a place where there's prosperity. He would send you like Isaac. He would send Isaac into a desert place, and when he should have died because the wells were they put sand, the Philistine threw sand in the wells, but Isaac dug another well. God will always put you in a desert place to prove to the demons and the devils and the haters that God is with you. In order for him to affirm you, he has to put you in a desert place. It has to be dried up. Because now this is when God began to reveal himself to you. He bring the people, and the people at a desert place now, unspiritual people look at desert places as time to get away from folk. The disciples looked at it different. He said, hey man, we got to get these people away. We're in a desert place. A desert place means there's limited resources. Did you catch it? There's limited resources, and we got too many people on the ship trying to get some resources, and we like the 5 foolish and the 5 wise, we only got just enough for us. But this is when you put it in his hands. I wish somebody understood what God has said. This is when you get in a desert place or dry place, this is when you take the little bit you got. I wish I could preach it away. This is when you take the little bit you got. Now remember, there is a multitude. That means there are over thousands of people. And they only have 2 sardines. 2 sardines. Because it was a lad's lunch. Listen, it was a lad's lunch. That means a lad means a young boy. It was a lad's lunch. So mama ain't gave him no big dinner. He only had a couple of sardines. See, for people that went in the grove and worked out in the field, we ate sardine and some crackers and some of that red Crystal hot sauce. He only had 2 sardines and 2 biscuits. But there's 1,000 people that need to be fed. How do we do it? How do we take the little bit we have and feed all these people? Jesus said, bring it to me. I feel like preaching now. Because anytime you take what you have and take it to him, tell your neighbor next to you, say, you got to get it to him. You got to get it to him. Don't you try to hold it. Don't you try to fix it. Don't you try to work it out. Get it to him. If you can get it in Jesus' hands, if you can ever just take the look, listen, I don't know who I'm preaching to, but I feel in my spirit, somebody, I don't have the resources, I don't have the money, I don't have the education, but God said, I just want you to bring the little bit you got, give it to me. And when you give it to him, God will make you look bigger than what you really are. Woo! Did y'all feel what I just felt? I said, God will make you look bigger, even when you're small, but God will make you look bigger than what you really are. He'll take it. 2 sardines, some Crystal hot sauce. Ooh, I felt that. We need to go to Publix on that right there. Yeah, she don't like oysters and stuff out the can. Spam and pottage meat. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all call that cat food. I call that food. They took what they had and they gave it to him. 3 things I want you to see. 1, he did this. Write it down. He blessed it. Now, before he blessed it, and I didn't make this note. This came to my spirit while we was in the service. He looked up. He looked up to heaven. He took what they had, and then he looked up. Now, if he was God incarnation, the word became flesh, he was God, what he looked up for? I think when he looked up, it's a posture saying, I'm vulnerable. When he looked up, it's saying that God, Father, I'm at a place I need you. When you look up, let me help somebody. If you can look up, you can get up. I'm going to say it again to the sanctified people. If you can look up, because the devil wants you to hold your head down, but you need to learn how to. You got to learn how to keep your head up, even when you don't have money, even when you don't have health, even when you ain't, some of us ain't even in our right mind, but the devil's an armor. I'm going to keep looking up. And listen, everything can be falling apart. But keep looking up. I go looking down. Nobody knows. Trouble. See, the devil wants you to come into the house of the Lord with your head down, but he made a mistake. The mistake was he allowed you to get here. I feel like preaching now. He messed up, mother, because he allowed me to get here with the little bit I had. And now that I'm here, I'm going to take what I got, pass it from me, and give it to him. And say, God, these are your children, this is your husband, this is your marriage. Lord, with the little bit I got. Oh, somebody needs to shift it to God. They gave it to him. And when they gave it to him, watch this now, he blessed it. He blessed it. He blessed it. He blessed the little bit you have. Could you imagine when it's in his hands? He take the little bit you have. Anybody got $1? Okay. Well, I'll take up offering in a minute. Hold on that one. Hold on. Now, you ever heard the term trying to make $1 out of 15 cents? They gave him, he looked up, he blessed it. Now watch this now. The second thing he did, he broke it. He broke it. Now, some of you may not be ready to receive this. You ready to receive it? The same hands that bless you are the same hands that's going to break you. The problem in this process, everybody wants the blessing. Nobody want to be broken. If my son, that when he was born not needed. Oh, bow-legged? Okay. But in order to fix it, they had to break it. And then they had to brace it. Oh, I don't know who I'm preaching to. Sometimes you're looking for the blessing, and God will give you a breaking. And in the breaking, he's trying to fix it. And think, oh, Lord, I gave it you, but I'm broke. God said, I broke you for a reason. I'm breaking you for a reason. I'm doing a new thing for a reason. I'm putting braces on you. Oh, I wish I had some. The reason why I'm bracing you because I don't want you to take it personal. Because sometimes in life when we're being broken, we be saying, Lord, where are you? God told me to tell somebody he was in the breaking. It's just that now I got to frame you up. I got to brace you up that you don't lose yourself. But if you hold on through the breaking, your bones are coming back together again. Your ankle bone coming back together again. Your mind coming back together. I broke you for a reason. And sometimes, I don't keep the lady money. Sometimes, hold on. Sometimes, in the breaking, we see the pain and not the blessing. Okay. He looked up, he blessed it, then he broke it. Whew. Maybe he blessed it first because you needed the blessing during the broken period. Because if I would have broke you first without giving you the blessing, some of you wouldn't have been able to handle the breaking. So he had to bless you to remind you I am God, and then while you said, praise the Lord, boom. Anybody know what I'm talking about? As soon as it looks like life is going good, boom. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, have you ever had a boom? And that means soon as things are going well, all of a sudden the devil, boom, a breaking. But what reminds me, while I'm being broke, I'm not broke. Ooh, I need to write that down. Even though I'm broke, I'm not broke. Oh, y'all missed it. Even though I'm broken, I'm not broke. That means God blessed me before he broke me. And he reminded me, Paul, if you can hold out through the blessing and hold out through the breaking, I got something great in store for you. Now, This is last. This is last. Listen to me. You ready? I bless you. I broke you. Then now, I'm going to use you to give it. Okay. Okay. If I bless you, and then I broke you, now I'm going to allow you to give it. Okay. God don't want you to be a servant leader without scars. See, all right. It's hard to preach to somebody and send them to a place you've never been. So what he had to do, he had to die. Jesus had to die. And when he showed up to Thomas, he said, Thomas, look at my scars. See, I can prove to you that I died and I'm back alive. But in order for people to understand who you are and what you've been through, you got to have some scars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you're trying to be a man that God want to give you something to give people, you're going to have some stitches. Look at your neighbor and say, do you have any stitches yet? You're going to have some scars. You're going to have some cuts. You're going to have some bruises. That's how you can preach to me. I ain't got time for you to preach to me if you ain't got. When I look at you, I look at the bruises. You telling me about a marriage you ain't married yet. If I was married, you ain't married. It's like single women. If that was my husband, you ain't got no husband. Are you? If you,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ain't never been in a marriage or relationship over 2 years and you want to give me counsel. I've been married 34 years and you're going to tell me, hey, girl, if it was me, how you going to? If it was me, you ain't got no stitches yet. Am I preaching to somebody? When you walk in the room, everybody be like, ooh, who is that? You walk with stitches. You ever see somebody coming? You're like, man, that man need to be in the hospital. Hey, he walking there. Because see, we've been wounded, we've been battered, we've been bruised, but we're still here. And when people see your endurance through the breaking process, through the blessing process, now I can use you to give. Now you can give to somebody. And watch this. I can trust you with the blessing. I can trust you. Now watch this. Watch this. The food that I'm giving you, you would never, because you went through the blessing. Watch this now. You ready? You would, listen, let me just use me. Can I use me? I don't have to worry, not saying I'm rich or poor, but blessed be to God, I was blessed before I became a pastor. So, when he gave them something, he entrusted what he had given them because he wouldn't worry about them taking any of the food or the biscuits or the sardines because he had already blessed them. Is that a revelation? The problem is you can't be busted, disgusted, and trying to tell somebody how to live when you ain't got nothing yourself. I can trust you if you show me that you have built the business. I can trust you if you have done something. Yes, why? Because you got the scars to prove it. Some of the ladies in our ministry been divorced. Ain't no sense of me talking to no divorced ladies. Hey, talk to her. She got the scars to prove it. She got something to give you. I ain't got nothing to give you because I ain't never been by myself in 36 years. And I hope nothing happened to her. Because it'll be hard. You don't live 30-some years with a touch. Well, y'all missed it now. 30-some years I've been touching. It ain't going to be long. I'm not one of these preachers that, oh, my wife died, that's it for me. I ain't going to say that because I might start looking. My hands got to touch something. Y'all better help me up in here because guess what happened? I've been blessed, I've been broken, now God has given me something to give. Yes, sir. Tell your neighbor, it's in his hands. You got more than enough now. And when you get what God is giving you, watch this now. They had more doggy bags. Some of y'all don't know what doggy bags is. That's when you say, excuse me, I need a to-go box. Excuse me, I need a to-go box. Oh, you finished? No, I'll take this with me. They had more to-go boxes than they started out in dinner. How is it that God will take what you have, and by the time you get to the end, you go, I don't even know how I did what I did. Okay. Y'all, we paid off the church. We're talking about anniversary. We paid off the church, 2 years ago? I don't know how we did it, but guess what I did? I put it in. Oh, shook it now. When you put it in God's hands, you don't know how you got the blessing. You don't know how you come through the breaking. But some way, somehow, God made a way. Come on, give God a praise. Come on, give God a praise. Everybody get on their feet, get on feet. Go tell 3 people, I'm blessed like that. Go tell somebody, I'm blessed like that. I'm blessed like that. I'm blessed like that. I put it in his hands. I'm blessed like that. Hey, do I got any blessed people? Hallelujah. I say I'm blessed like that. I'm blessed like that. I've been broken, but I'm blessed like that. I put it in his hands. I'm blessed like that. I don't know who I'm talking to. Put your children in his hands. Put your job in his hands. Put your life in his hands. Hey, when you put it in his hands, the woman, I'm reminded that there was a drought. Everything had dried up. They was in a desert place. This woman in the Bible, she was in a desert place. Everything had dried up, and she ran into Elisha. She didn't have much. She said, well, I'm going to get these old dry sticks. But while she was picking up sticks. Boy, I'm getting revelation out of this thing. While she was picking up sticks, she's almost like when Ruth was out there picking up the glean in the field. See, your Boaz is while you picking up some stuff. While she was picking up sticks, the man of God looked at her and said, woman, what's going on? She said, I got a son. I only have but just a little bit. Yeah, I wish I could preach it. But if I can, I don't know what to do. But what we're going to do, we're going to try to bake this little brownie cake or this little whatever. What kind of cake, y'all? The blunt cake or fruit cake or pecan cake. She about didn't have nothing but cake. She didn't have no icing and there wasn't nothing going on. She said, I'm going to bake this pound. I'm going to use that pound cake. Boy, them pound, that sound good too. Jesus. Good God Almighty. I'm going to make this pound cake, and we're gonna eat this cake, and we're going to die. Stand with me. Stand with me.
And the man of God said something to her. Apparently, you've been blessed. But now you broke. Y'all about to get it. You're blessed, but now you're broke. You've been broken. But I want you to do something. I want you to give. Did you catch it? You feel it, right? I want you to give in your brokenness. And when she gave, he said, now wait a minute, watch this now. Before you eat. Now that's a crooked preacher there. Now when you say that's a crooked prophet, before you and your son eat, you bring me a piece first. Now that's where you know he's a crooked preacher. But if I could trust you to give it, I can give you more. The Bible says when she gave Elisha a piece first, her barrel, her cupboard, her oil, it never, she had more. Oh, y'all missed it. She had more than what she started off with. Oh, look at here. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, I'm too far ahead. You got more now since you've been with God. Oh, honey, we too far ahead. When people gambling, I know we don't have gamblers, but when people gambling, they say, I'm riding off house money. Okay. That means you don't put your money in your pocket. The money you playing with is house money. Tell your neighbor, you playing with God's money. You too far ahead. Your money been in your pocket. Everything you riding off now is what God have already given you. So you can't lose nothing because you riding off house money. How could you lose when you're ahead? How could you go down when you're above? How could you not be the lender when God said you're the lender and not the tail? Anybody ready to receive that? Hold your hands up. Come on, look at those hands. Hold those hands up. Hold those hands up. Somebody need to recognize. Now I'm going to say this. I'm going to prophesy to somebody. The higher your hands, the higher the blessing. Oh, there you go. There you go. I think somebody just received it. I ain't talking about no pit. No. Hold your hands up. I want to see your hands. I hear God say, I want to see your hands. I want to see a sign of surrender. Hold your hands up. And I want you to put your hands in my hands. I want you to put your problems, cast your problems in my hands. I want you to cast it on me, put it in my hand. I take what you have. I take what you have. I just put all my kids in it. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to throw all my children in it right now. I'm going to turn all my kids over. While Job was down there praying, his kids was over there having a party. I claimed somebody, whole house. I want you to put your whole house in it. I want you to put your brother in his hands. I want you to put your sister in his hands. Oh, somebody needs to know when you put it in God's hands. He's blessing you right now. He's breaking you right now. Oh, he's giving it to you right now. in his hands. It's in his hands. It's in his hands. Why don't you prophesy? It's in his hands. It's in his hands. I want to pray for some people. I know we got to go, but I got to pray for some people. I feel like anointing some people today. Anybody here? Anybody here? Said, Pastor, I believe in hands. I believe on land on the hands. I believe in an anointing. I believe that power can be given to me. I need some power. I want everyone that can. I want everyone that can. I want everyone that can. If you saying, Pastor, I want you to just touch me. I want to believe God. If they're sick in your body, lay hands on the sick. They shall recover. If there's anything in your heart, in your mind, Pastor, I believe in your hands. I want to put it in his hands. I want to put it in his hands. In his hands, in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. He got the little babies in his hands. He got the little children in his hands. He got your family members in his hands. Oh, he got the whole world. All the way. All the way. I want to go all the way. Praise team, y'all grab a mic. Come on. I've been blessed. I've been broken. Now God said, I'm going to give it to you. I need you to go all the way now. Don't put your hands on the plow and turn around. The way with the Lord. All over this room, all the way, everybody. Oh. Come on. All the way. I may have run out of options. I don't have much. I'm going all the way with the Lord. With the Lord. Going on. Bless us.